Hello guys. In the previous video, we created an endpoint to list travels. In this video, we will take a look at how to get a travel by ID. If you like this Node.js API series so far, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, let's get started. First, we need to describe an endpoint to get a travel by ID in OpenAPI. Let's go ahead and create a new path. It's going to be v1 travels and travel ID. It will be a get request and the tags will be travels. The summary will be get travel and operation ID will be get travel. Description will be an endpoint to get a travel ID, and then parameters will be one in the path and it will be travel ID. So we'll put name as a travel ID, and schema will be just type of integer and it will be always required. And description, we can put UID of the travel to get. And in the responses, we're going to have 200, and then description, we will have travel. Content will be application JSON, and schema will be one required parameter travel. And then the property will be travel with a reference to our schema's travel, right? And then the default response will be the default error. So in src folder, in the routes and the travels, let's go to index.ts and we can create another route. It will be travels, get by ID, and we need to create a get travel method, right? So let's import it first. And let's go ahead and create it. So in our controller, I'm going to go ahead and export const get travel function. It will be async. It's going to have request, response, and next. And we're going to do a try catch. So we'll try to get a travel resource, and we create a new travel resource, and we will pass a wait find by primary key travel, right? And then we're going to return the status 200 and travel resource dot item. And if there is an error, we're going to catch error and pass it to the error handler. And this is all we need. So let's go to OpenAPI, right? Let's open it. And right here, we have get travel by travel ID. And what we're going to do, we're going to put an ID of 123. So we obviously don't have a travel like that. So we click execute. And here we'll get an error that entity not found. I mean, this error is actually coming from the travel resource. And in the travel resources right over here, if there is no travel, we throw an error that entity not found. It's a good error. However, we can create our own custom error that will give us more information. Well, let's take a look how to do it. In the src of our project folder, let's create a new folder called errors. And in this errors folder, let's create a new file that we'll call a base error.ts. This will be the base class for the errors. So we're going to call it base error, and we're going to have two generic, N for name and C for code. They're both going to extend the string, and the whole base error class will extend error. So the name will be the type of N, the message will be string, the status will be number, and the code will be optional and will be type of C. Now in the constructor, we're going to pass all these parameters. So in here, we're going to type them again, name, message, status, and code. And now we're going to call this super, and we're going to assign name to name, message to message, status to status, and obviously code to code, right? And that's it. Now we're going to export default base error. Base error is our parent class. Now let's create a new file. We'll call it API error.ts, and this will be our child class that will be extending the base error class. So in API error class, let's import base error. And then we create a type error name, which we'll have two for now, not found error and connection error, then error code, error NF, and error remote. We'll also put two of them for now. Later on, we can add more. And then the class will be API error. We're going to extend base error with an error name and error code that we're going to be passing as generics. And now we're going to export default error. So since API error is going to be extending the base error class, so the base error class will do all the work, and the API error class, it's just there is no code in there. Now the final step is to throw this custom error instead of this generic error right here in our travel resource. So we're going to throw a new API error, and obviously we'll need to import it. And we create a name, not found error, right? It's going to be entity not found, and we'll return 404 and the code error not found. Also, let's go ahead and update error handler class, right? It's going to be in the middleware error handler.ts, right? So instead of all this code, we're just going to go ahead and paste the following. So if response headers send, we're going to delegate it to Next.js error handler, right? Then we're going to do API error, we're going to import it again. And now the types have worked because we have error status, right? And we're going to return a more custom error message, right? Message error message and code error code. And then if the process in the development, we actually will delegate to express error handler. So it does pretty good job of returning the error in the API. But if it's not, we can console log the error, right? If we're in production or staging, and then return the status 400 with a message error occurred or something with what it is on the error, right? Because if it's not an instance of API error, meaning we didn't really throw it, so it means that something unforeseeable happened. So now let's go ahead to open API and let's test the code again. Let's try it out again. And click execute. And now we have a custom error, right? We know what exactly happened. We can tell the user that entity is not found. And then if there is error code can be used for developers, they can look it up and see what's going on exactly. Now let's test the API with a real ID of the travel that exists in the database to make sure the code is working properly. So let's go ahead and execute. And we found that we made a mistake in OpenAPI, right? We put the value as an integer. However, this is going to be string. Let's go ahead and fix it. So right here in the schema, when we describe this thing, we can just put string instead of integer and save it. Let's go ahead and test it in OpenAPI again. Let's open, try it out, paste the travel ID, and let's hit execute. And now we got a travel. We have an ID, name, my trip, description with a generated slug and number of days 3. This is how you create a route in Node.js API to get resource by ID. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.